then it is on my website. If you guys would like to see me when I come to New Orleans, to Vegas, to Portland, to Seattle, to Austin, to California, any of that stuff, all you have to do, if you go to my website, I have my schedule on my events. You can see where I'll be throughout the U.S. this year. I do in-person appointments at every event I go to, and I'm happy to say hi and so on. I may be back in Chicago. I don't know. I was in Chicago just a month ago, barely a month ago. So yeah, I will be in Texas in 2 weekends. I will be in Austin. Well, in 2 weeks, not 2 weekends. In 2 weeks, I'll be in Austin at the Oddities and Curiosities. The following weekend, I'll be in Oklahoma City at the Oklahoma City PopCon. If you guys are in Oklahoma City, oh my God, or around Oklahoma City, and you're a fan of wrestling or you're a fan of baseball, there's going to be some fantastic wrestlers there. Jake the Snake, Hulk Hogan, Jose Canseco. So on top of all kinds of other wrestlers and crazy pop stars and things like that. So yeah. I will also be in Indianapolis in July. And in August, y'all ready for my schedule? Because sit down. It's crazy. I'm in Oklahoma City the first weekend for the HorrorCon. The following weekend, I'm in New Orleans for HexFest. The weekend after that, I am in Colorado. If you guys would like to come on a paranormal retreat, a full weekend paranormal retreat with me, I have one scheduled for Colorado in August, the third weekend of August. There's information on my website. And the weekend after that, I'm in California. So I will be hitting Albuquerque. I'll be hitting Sedona. I'll be hitting a few towns along the way. In September, I'm in Vegas. In October, I'm in Portland and Seattle. So if you guys would like to see me in person, everywhere I go, I do in-person appointments. I also do an evening event, which is shamanic Reiki, shamanic traveling, as well as a mediumship event. I am so happy to help you. So California, I will be in Ventura. And for those of you guys, I would love to come to Ireland. I would love to come to Ireland. I have family over there, so I would love to come to Ireland. For those of you guys that are in Arizona and New Mexico, I'm planning out my schedule right now because I'm going straight from Colorado down to Durango and over. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be stopping yet. That is getting planned out in the next couple of days. So make sure that you follow me on the website. I will send out a whole list of my events, where I'll be, etc. Yes. I'm trying to come to Florida. Every time I find something that I want to come to do, it's a weekend that I'm already booked. I have to book my year in advance. But I have to come to Florida sometime. I have something to deliver to a friend down there that cannot be mailed. So yes. So I have Miss Karen Wood first. Woo! All right. So I have Miss Karen Wood. One of these days, I will make it over to Ireland and the UK, and then y'all are in trouble. So, those of you guys that have never seen my Norse reads, I read with this set of Norse divination cards. I'm not going to lie, they can be kind of assholes sometimes. I do have tickets available on my site. If you want to snag one, yeah, better snag one quick because they go pretty quickly. So I'm just letting you know. There is a link on my link tree. It should be right there at the top. It should say like pre-register for one of Bodhi's lives. That's where you'll hit. And here's the cool thing. If you guys get tickets and say, because I'll be on here reading for a couple hours or more till I get my list done. But if you guys can't stay around, then I do have these on YouTube. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. So if TikTok decides to be a dick, my YouTube is The Blue Bodhi, just like here. Go follow me. So that way you guys can catch your reading or the readings, whatever. Every Tuesday night, I also read for the Zodiac. I read for your week, tell you what's going to go on. That's posted on YouTube as well. So there you go. All right. Hello in Belgium. Oh, yes, I will make it to the UK. Just my year this year is so damn packed. It's not even funny. I start planning my year, the following year out in October-ish. So hopefully I'll get to make the hop across the pond. So we'll see. All right, Miss Karen Wood, you ready? So For those people that are my first 5, they pay a little extra to be first, and they also pay a little extra for a little bit more. Hello in Norway. I would love to make it up to y'all too. All right. So Karen, you start off with Freya, who is fertility and love and passion. Then you have the crafty mead of poetry. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Then you have conflict and justice. You have Tyr right in the middle. So what's interesting about this is we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about this because you had 2 cards come out over here. Okay. So we're going to talk about the Freya and the poetry and so on. You have a crazy battle going on within you right now. I'm not sure what's up, but on one side, you have your divine feminine and it's hitting all its power. You're trying to move forward and rush forward. What's interesting about it is, let me see if it's, if I just didn't put the time on there. Let me see. All right. All right. It is, oh my God, guys, it is sold out. I love you. I love you guys. Holy crap. Y'all going to keep me busy all night. All right. So Miss Karen, I do these every Sunday, guys. I do these every Sunday. I will have my live schedule up here on TikTok tomorrow, as well as on my site. So that way you guys can register for every live, whatever you want to do. Okay. Miss Karen, one part of you is super tapped into your femininity. It's super tapped into abundance, fertility, moving forward. Like you literally own it right now. Your words are working perfectly. Your communication is working perfectly. It's just like 90% of you is switched on. It's switched on and moving forward like insanely, awesomely, crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Your intuition is through the roof and so on. But here's the thing. You have this part of you over here that you know is fixing to have issues. What sucks about this is that with these issues, part of it is with another person. Like, you know, it's coming. So these cards fell out like this. So on the top, you have wisdom. And underneath that, you have the berserker, which is conflict. You also have Tyr in the middle here, which is conflict and opposition. You already feel this coming with this other person. You already know it's coming. Like, you can smell it. You can smell it. You're going to have to, for right now, because I know you're worried about it. I know it's back here, and I know that you've been overthinking it. And every little thing that happens, you're kind of going, oh God, this is going to come up later. Here's the thing, love. You can't overthink it. You can't overthink it because it's going to happen no matter what. So there's nothing that you can do right now to pause this from moving forward. There's just nothing. The good thing is, though, with this conflict, there's also a lot of justice that's going to happen. So this is partially why your feminine self is switched on and in charge right now, because you're trying to get a lot of things in place before this conflict happens. What I love about it is you're getting all this stuff in place. That feminine power of yours is just through the fucking roof right now, and you're getting shit done. What sucks is, you know, this is coming and you're preparing for it. So continue to prepare for it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. No matter what you do or say, it's going to happen, because it's not really you. It's this other person. It's this other person. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You can only prepare for it. Knowing that it's coming and knowing that you can prepare for it is the only thing you can do. So I'm sorry that this is coming your way. And I wish I could give you a little better idea of who this is. I will say that everything here points to it being someone masculine and younger. This is somebody that's kind of inexperienced, if that makes sense in a way. I'm going to take this ring off. I love it, but it pinches me after a while, especially when I've been doing this. So yeah, just let you guys know. Let you know, Karen. It's not to let you guys know. It's to let Karen know that. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Karen. Like I said, masculine, younger. I wish you were here to be answering some questions or listening or whatever, or maybe you are here and I'm just not catching your comments, because I know when a lot of you guys get in here, then I love the fucking dancing cactus. When you guys get in here, yeah. You won't, Roy Don, I got you, love. So my mods all have my list. I will tell you my next few. This does not mean I didn't get you on my list, guys. I just want to let you know my next few. I have Amber Lee, Amy Rickenbacker, Catherine Mazel, Bobby Crusher, Esther DeFoy, Lena Pilgrim, Tiffany Speed, William Vincent. I'll just read you my list so that way you guys can hear your name. Shannon Russell, Jennifer Forch, Carrie Beeman, Christian Braxton, Christina Scott, Carrie River, Sabrina Booth, Chris Fasshauer, Carrie Hernandez, Jill Clements, Morgan Henning, Jeff Harris, Yoli. Hi, Yoli. Is it okay if I turn the light on? Yes, yes. Carrie Betts, Madeline. Oh my God, that's a beautiful way to spell Madeline. And Beatrice Banos. Let me refresh, because sometimes this doesn't always put all my lists on there. Maybe. So if you guys are wanting to pre-register for a live, then just know that I will have a lot of them up tomorrow. I do that every Monday. I plan out my lives for the next week. Not only is there a registration here on TikTok, I also stream them live on YouTube. I only do 5 prepaid spots, so that way the people that come across me when they're supposed to get a spot. So you have to grab those 5 pretty quick or be here right when I start. So, all right, Miss Amber Lee. Hello there in Mexico. How are you? I love that there's so many people all around the place. Woo. That's so weird. You see what the AC is set on? It's stuffy hot in here. Yeah, that's weird. Woo. When I just... Oh, you want to turn it down to like 69? Yes, all right. Miss Amber, here we go. So like I said, these first 5 guys, they pay a little extra to be the first of the list, and they get a little extra for that. Okay. So just letting you know. All right. Well, okay, Miss Amber. So you have reconciliation of opposites, and I'll pull these up so you guys can see these. I love these cards. They're some of my favorites. Then you have Nightmare, which is next. Then you have Loki, the cunning god of many faces. And then you have the Future. And then you can't make this shit up. You also have Tyr. So this is a lot. It's a lot of this. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. Right now, you're in a pattern of pattern is not the right word. You're in the phase of reconciling with something in your life. This is kind of a hard realization that you've come to lately. And when that realization hits you, it kind of rocked you a little bit, like, oh no, I actually do that. Or, oh no, I actually, like, that's fucked up. Like, that's kind of the realization. You're in the process of processing it. You're taking it apart little by little of how this happened, why you got this way, why, whatever it is. Okay. Because I have a feeling it's a very internal revelation that hits you. This is going to actually lead you into a mini dark night of the soul. I'm just letting you know it's coming. It is going to cause a lot of really interesting dreams, a lot of nightmares, a lot of working through stuff in another realm, whether it's the dream realm, whatever. It is going to cause you a lot of interesting dreams. part of it is there's with your spiritual journey, there's a lot of trickster energy around you. You have a very specific path you're supposed to walk. And every time you step onto this path and you make a leap forward, that energy hits you again to try to knock you off that path. It's worked in the past. You're fully taking another jump down this path. With all of this going on, with you processing through this, you're going to it literally wake up one morning and go, oh my God, like I leveled up. As soon as you have that realization, and it's going to be within the next week or so, this trickster energy is going to hit you again. And when it hits you again, you're going to find that you see it easier this time. Like it almost glows. It's so bright right there in your face. So it's almost going to be easy for you to sidestep it. When you sidestep it, and this is going to be in the form of you setting a boundary with somebody, when you sidestep this trickster shit, you're going to get a glimpse of future things coming in a good way, good things that are headed your way. You're also going to get a glimpse of some of this conflict headed your way. This person that is causing this trickster bullshit coming your way, even though you're going to set a boundary and you're going to sidestep it slightly, they are going to come back in. So get ready for it. You're going to sidestep it this first time. And then as you come back in, it's going to be a conflict. The good thing is you'll know immediately who this is when they start hitting you with this bullshit. And knowing immediately, you'll kind of be like, okay, I see what the problem's going to be. There's not really a way you can prepare for this, though, because they are literally going to come in and just knock you sideways when they come back in. So the only thing I can recommend here is to pay attention to these dreams, write them down. They're going to help you not only work through some of these things, but help you with this later on. When this conflict happens, just know that you need to stay firm on your path. Set boundaries and stick to them. So when you set the boundary this first time, when they come in the second time, you keep the boundary, period. They don't get a second chance. They don't get a second chance at all. It's going to make a big impact on your future. It's going to make a big impact on your path, especially if you let those boundaries down. And I have a feeling that with this person in particular, it's going to be hard for you to keep your boundaries up. So make sure that you are super hardcore on them. Even if they make fun of you, say you're being cold, whatever, you need to keep those boundaries up hardcore. Okay? So, fun little dark night of the soul. And keep your boundaries up. I have a feeling it is going to be someone close to you, because I have a feeling this is a cycle that they do. They've already done some similar things to you like this a couple of times. They come in and they go out, and they come in and they go out like that. So when they come in again this time, nope, boundaries. I'm not doing this with you. And like I said, it's going to be something where people around you are going to be like, man, that was kind of cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It was. It kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like this is probably somebody family-wise, because I don't feel like this is some kind of relationship love issue. It's family-wise. It's family-wise. So, yeah. So it's going to be hard for you to say no, to set that boundary. But once you do, it's going to be easy to keep the boundary. Does that make sense? Yeah. Well, I was just in Chicago not that long ago. Actually, not even a month ago, I was in Chicago. So I got you. Keep your boundaries. We got you here, love. You're welcome, Miss Amberly, honey. I know it's Amber Lee, but I'm like, Amberly. All right, Miss Amy, you ready? Oh, I'm so sorry, love. Thank you. I appreciate that. So if you guys have signed up for a reading, if you got on my list, just know that they are being streamed on YouTube. So if you fall asleep, if you accidentally tap out of the live and can't get back in, or if TikTok decides to be a dick, I'm streaming on YouTube right now too. All right, Miss Amy. Ready. You just had an interesting new advisor, counselor pop into your life. And this is not so much the traditional type of counselor that you're thinking of. So you have, I guess I should show you cards, huh? You have advisor, counselor. Then you have diligence and resourcefulness. And then you have two cards here. You have transformation. And then you have fairness and judgment, which is on top of it. And then you have wisdom. So you just had an interesting counselor pop into your life. This is somebody that they know their shit. They know their shit. They haven't been practicing as long as other people. And I say it that way for a reason, because there are other people in your path right now that are more knowledgeable than this person. However, this person is who you need to be learning from right now. And I have a feeling that a lot of this is career wise. It's not even, some of it is spiritual. They're imparting some gifts to you as they go. But a lot of this is for you financially, monetarily going forward. They're going to show you where there's some resources that you can start stockpiling, where having a lot of very diligent practices as far as going forward and making changes to how you handle your money, how you handle your career, and so on. They're going to show you those things. All of this is going to kind of snap in your head. They're giving you all of these pieces. And it's almost like at first you're going to be like, okay, what? Like, what? And as they continue to give you all this information, it's almost going to be like too much. And your brain kind of feels like it's going to implode a little bit. And then literally every piece just goes boop and falls into place. And when it falls into place, you have this massive transformation in your financial status. When that happens, that's when this fairness and judgment card comes in. Because when that happens, there's going to be a lot of people that suddenly have their hands out around you. So you're going to have to be really careful, because there are some people that are only doing it for themselves. But there are some people that you can truly help when you get to a better status. Make sure that you're doing that, because the universe is putting this new guide in your path to learn all of these really interesting, new financial ways of being, financial well-being. So make sure that you give back to the universe. And that wisdom card there tells me that there's going to be people that come into your path once this teacher is gone, once you feel like you've learned what you need to learn. There's going to be people that come in your path that you are to teach these things to. So it's kind of a cycle. They're going to teach you, and you're going to teach other people. What I love about this is that I'm going to yawn. No, I thought I was going to yawn. Shit. I thought I was going to yawn and make a big old deal of it. Not yawning. Well, what I love about this is that this just keeps on going. You teach somebody and they teach somebody and they teach somebody and you see what I mean? Like, it just keeps going. So pay really close attention to what this person is teaching you, what they're imparting, even though at first you're like, I don't understand why I would do that. But yes, they're going to be giving you a lot of information. Like it's going to make your head want to implode. It feels like it's just all piling right here and your head's going to implode. But like I said, you're going to wake up one morning and every little piece is going to fall into place. And it's going to be like, ah, yes, yes. I'm so glad that you like mentoring because that's exactly what you're going to be doing. And I'm glad that you have this wonderful transformation right here. Just know that you are going to have to give back so you can have the people come into your path that you're supposed to be teaching this to as well. Does that make sense? Hey, baby, how you feeling? Do you need to go to... Okay. Okay. Well, stay here for a little bit, okay? All right, Miss Catherine Mazel. So for those of you guys that don't know, Mr. B. Rhodey is here this evening. He's not feeling good again. And the doctors here are not wanting to cooperate. He had an ENT in the emergency room tell him that he could get in on Tuesday, and then they wouldn't fit him in. They wouldn't fit him in. And this was a month ago. So he's been back in the hospital a couple times ever since. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, so we're probably going to have to go back to the emergency room again. It's kind of getting ridiculous at this point. You're welcome so much, Miss Amy Honey. All right, Miss Catherine Mazel, you are next, love. All right. All right, Miss Catherine. Okay. So you have mindfulness and kindness. This is also forgiveness. Then you have reflection. And then you have the spirit of lightning. Then you have economy and revenue. And then at the end, you have the brave traveler. So, Miss Kathy. I know I'm going to yawn again. There it is. You guys have never watched me read This Becomes a Thing. It's really funny. So that was 2. All right. So thank you, Miss Esther, there on YouTube. You're entering a period where you're extremely mindful about every little thing you do. Every little thing. Every step you take. What you wear that day. What you eat that day. Where you're driving. Like you're literally just paying attention to every little thing. You're being mindful about everything you do. And being mindful about everything you do, it's causing you to reflect on a lot of things you did in the past. It's causing you to reflect on things you did this morning. It's causing you to reflect on things as a kid. Just all this reflection is at the forefront of your mind. And it's kind of causing you a slowdown. I knew I was coming up with another one. I was like, okay. What this is a very interesting period of shadow work. It's not hardcore deep shadow work, but it's almost you taking stock of things that have happened in the past. Like, oh, okay, I now see this, and this is why I do this, and this is why I do that, and this is that. Like you're just starting to take stock of all these little things. As you're taking stock of all these little things, you're going to have a lot of bolts hit you. And as these bolts hit you, it's going to shove you forward. It's going to shove you forward in that you're going to realize there's a lot of things that you wanted to do that you've done. A lot of things on your list that you thought, man, one day I'm going to do this, this, this. I'm going to be this, this, this. And you're going to realize you've already done some of those things and you already are some of those things. When you hit that realization, it's also going to hit you in the wallet in a good way. Woo! I am yawning the shit out of yours, Kathy. I am so sorry. It's going to hit you in a really, really good way as far as in your wallet, because all these epiphanies, all these lightning bolts, all of these things are going to bring you to a point where you're like, okay, let me use this to my advantage. I don't know if this is a promotion. I don't know if this is a new position. I don't know what it is. But all these epiphanies are going to make it to where you realize that you literally could be helping people even more than you already are with the things you know, the things you've lived through, the things you've learned, like all of this stuff. So it is going to push you out of your comfort zone. And when it pushes you out of your comfort zone, it's going to be something that sets you on a path that you never expected to be on. Not just never expected to be on, but, well, never in your wildest dreams expected to be on. So I see you guys asking about the yawns. So anytime I do a live and I start reading, I start yawning. It happens. And so we start counting because it's comical at this point. So Kathy, you have an interesting period coming up of just really looking at the things in the past. It's okay to do that. It's totally okay to do that. To reflect back and look at all these different things that have happened, that you've lived through, that you've survived, etc., and put them into play going forward in how you're helping other people, how you're helping you, how you're helping your kids, how you're helping people at work. Like I said, it does come in the form of some new revenue. It comes in the form of some new revenue. It also comes in the form of getting out of your comfort zone. So just so you know. That's coming. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. He's okay for right now. Thank you, love. I was just kind of checking on him a little bit. So yeah, he has been asleep for a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that he was good. He was really, really nauseated earlier. He also went out with some buddies last night. So there's that. All right, Miss Bobby Crasher. Thank you. I looked up just in time to see the kisses. But as soon as I'm done here, yes, I will be taking care of him. He took some medicine a while ago, and I don't think that helped his tummy issues either. Ooh, okay. All right, Miss Bobby. So these cards came out together. So on the top, you have sluggishness and procrastination. And underneath, you have the first human woman. So this tells me that you've had a lot going on lately where you just feel like you can't get motivated to do anything. You just can't get motivated to do anything. And I know that you've had some things going on health-wise too. So that doesn't help. But like, it's really heavy. It's really heavy. You can't even get motivated for some of the things that you love to do that don't even require a lot of energy. It's just like you don't want to do anything at all. Next, you have the ship of conflict. And this in general is, It's kind of a war with yourself. Because as this procrastination goes on, as the sluggishness goes on, it's going to start pissing you off. It's going to start pissing you off because you can't move forward, but you want to move forward. So you just kind of argue with yourself. And in arguing with yourself, it becomes a conflict. It becomes a full-on conflict with yourself. I have to do some things. I have to start doing things again. Even if it's things I don't know how to do, I have to start doing something. This is going to sound funny, but you win that conflict. You win that conflict. But you win it in an interesting way. And I know this is with yourself, and it was funny for me to say that. But sometimes we have a conflict with ourselves and we lose. Like we give in. We give in to either the negative thoughts or the bullshit or the heaviness or whatever it is. We literally give in. And I have a feeling that you're going to get to a point where you kind of want to give in. Where you kind of want to give in. But you don't. Something shifts that tide and you don't. Something shifts the tide and you find something else that really pulls forward your ambition and drive. And then, like I said, you can't make this shit up. You also have the brave traveler at the end. So yours isn't so much getting completely shifted out of your comfort zone. Yours is delving down a road that it's going to take your big girl pants to get down it. Some of it has to do with some shadow work. Some of it has to do with just some very hardcore spiritual work, some very hardcore ways of changing things around you. It's going to be a little bit of a tough road because having that conflict with yourself right there is really, really going to kind of punch you in the gut. And when you have some of these realizations and when you decide, you know what, I'm not giving up. Like, I don't have time for that anymore. This ambition and this drive that's going to hit you, it's going to make you look different to everybody around you. So it's not just going to be a new attitude. It's going to change you physically. You grabbing this ambition, this drive back to do whatever this is, this conflict that you win. I hope that made sense. It's literally going to change you physically. And I have a feeling that that's a good thing. Because I don't think that's happened in a long time. So just know this procrastination is not going to last too much longer. The sluggishness feeling is not going to last too much longer. But you are going to have to go through a deep inner conflict to get past it, to hit this ambition, this drive forward. And I have a feeling that this conflict has already started for a while, and it's been simmering and simmering and simmering, and you can feel it getting to boiling level. You've already felt it. You already know it's coming. There's also going to be some interesting decisions that you have to make when it comes to this on moving forward. So I'm sorry, love. I'm sorry. It's a lot of change, a lot of hardcore decisions, and a lot of arguing with yourself. So I'm sorry. I'm just looking for
recipes.
Are they here? We have shit everywhere in here, guys. I'm not lying. Can't wait to get moved. All right. Okay. I was like making sure I got all of you guys there at the first. So I'm about to start on my regular list. So I have Esther DeFoy first. So you ready, Miss Esther? How are you, love? you get a yawn. And you get a yawn. Sorry. It is what it is. It's funny. All right. So right off the bat, you have 2 cards that fall off like this. On the first one is economy and revenue, but underneath that is the keeper of secrets. Now I'll show you guys these up close. I guess I better be careful since there are some things on here that TikTok will flag me for. Then you have feminine intellect, and then you have the past. Okay. Here's the thing. I know you're wanting to move forward in life, and I know you need money to do that. I know that you have been wanting a raise, you've been wanting more money, you've been wanting a new job, whatever it is. You're ready to grab that and move forward. The problem is you can't do that. It seems like every time you try, something smacks your hand down. It's because you have some secrets in there, some secret talents that you're not giving yourself enough credit for. You're not playing up the things that you can do enough. So you reach out for something new as far as a job goes, as far as career-wise, as far as money goes, your hand smacked. You've got to start really paying attention to these talents you have, the things that you've already learned, and touting them, because in talking about them and acknowledging, hey, by the way, I can do this stuff, you're going to come across the fucking perfect job. The perfect job. And not only is it the perfect job, but it's a job that pays you really well too. Gives you everything you need. The feminine intellect there tells me that you need to trust your gut a little bit more, because I have a feeling you've already been thinking about this. You've already been thinking about, man, I probably should add that to my resume, or I probably should mention this or this or this. Yes, you should. Your gut's already been telling you. Your gut's already been telling you about it. But whatever this is in your past, whoever this is that basically told you weren't good enough, that told you, trusting your gut is so stupid, or whatever it was, whoever this is, like, I want to kind of throat punch them a little bit. Whoever told you that you're not good enough, love, you absolutely are enough. You absolutely are enough. And you were enough then. They just were too stupid to see it. You're an amazing person. You have some amazing talents. Start utilizing them and talking about them on your resume, on looking for a job, like going forward. And like I said, whoever this is that did this to your psyche, that made you feel like you were not enough, they're wrong. And I think you know that deep inside. They just have done a number on you believing that they're correct. Well, they're wrong in all the ways. Okay? Own what you got, girl. Own it. Because you have it for a reason. You have it for a reason. Exactly. You are always enough. Hugs right back to you, sugar. All right, Miss Lena Pilgrim. Every single one of you is enough. And if the people around that can't see that, then they don't need to be around you anymore. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
All the oils back.
Huh?
All the oils back.
Yes. Actually, no. I don't know. I think I put them all over there. Oh, there's some right there, yeah. I don't know what's where, though. Just letting you know.
Sorry.
You can turn on the light if you need to.
Okay, I'm just going to grab them all.
Those of you guys that ordered the summer ecstasy stuff, we're getting all those orders out. Y'all overwhelmed us.
I'm working on it.
And Bodhi boxes go out tomorrow. So if you guys haven't signed up for a Bodhi box, you're missing out. All right. Miss Lena, you start off with the essence of fire. Then you have mindfulness and impermanence. Then you have clarity and novelty. And then you have 2. So you have Scotty, which is the hunt and ambition. And underneath that, you have the gateway, which is also warning. But there is opportunity on the other side of that warning. So here's the thing, Miss Lena. Right now, you are driven to move forward in a crazy fast way. Because you know that nothing is forever. You know that all the bad stuff is not going to last forever, but you also know that all the good stuff is not going to last forever. So you're driven to move forward to prepare for the times when the bad things are going to start rolling in. You're seeing the world around you with an amazing amount of clarity. You're also looking at things from when you were a kid, when you were younger, etc., with a lot of novelty. Like, man, I kind of miss when things were a little simpler. I kind of miss when I didn't have to do this or do that. That's also driving your ambition forward. Be careful with this ambition, because in this ambition driving you forward, it's going to bring you to a few different gateways. It's going to bring you a few different opportunities. The warning there is that you need to think about each one instead of just running forward to do it. If you rush forward with any of these opportunities, it is going to end up not the best decision you could have made. Does that make sense? Not a horrible decision, not going to completely wreck you, but it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be good. So you're going to have to really, really pay attention as you rush forward and you're seeing things super clear, how you need to think through some of these opportunities that come your way, because they're not going to be the best opportunities. They look great on the surface, but they are not great. So you're going to have to really, really think about, do I really want to do that or not? As long as you make the right decisions with the right opportunities, you're golden. You're golden. So just letting you know. Just letting you know. And I know that sounded really, I don't know. It sounded like common sense, but some of us don't realize when we're in the moment and we are looking at all the different opportunities in front of us, that the decision that looks the easiest, the decision that looks the best, even after we've thought about it, the decision that looks the best sometimes still isn't the best. So you have to be super, super careful, especially when that card pops up, that you're making the right decision. So, all right, Miss Tiffany, ready? So I have Tiffany, and then I have William Vincent, then Shannon, then Jennifer, Carrie, Christian, Christina, and the list goes on. Okay. All right. So you had 3 cards fall out. Can't make this shit up. The top one is the Spirit of Fire. Then you have mindfulness, forgiveness, and then you have reconciliation of opposites. Then over here by itself, you have temperance. This has to do with the same situation that we talked about in your medium reading last night. Remember how I told you last night that she wanted you to just back up and worry about you, move Tiffany forward. as you move forward, as you let the universe shove you forward, put that fire under your butt, all of that stuff, it's going to bring you around to a point where you're able to forgive yourself. You're able to forgive the other people in this situation. You're able to look at the situation with a lot more kindness than irritation. The key there is to keep moving forward. The key there is to allow that fire to push you forward. Once you come to that position of forgiveness and of mindfulness, there's a huge reconciliation there. A huge reconciliation there. You are going to have to really practice temperance, though. Being calm, paying attention to things, walking forward through the muck. Because in this reconciliation of opposites, there is going to be a lot of muck that still has to be dealt with. Still has to be dealt with. Which one are you looking for now?
7. Witch's fruit, evil eye, dragon's blood. They're not mixed around.
They're not right here. What the hell? They're not over here. Trying to think of what I would have used them on. They might be on the table. They might be on the table. But if they're not, I don't know. Sorry, I've lost oils. I've lost oils. Did you find them?
No, ma'am.
Fuck.
Go ahead and keep doing your reading.
Yeah, I don't know where they would have gone. Have y'all had things disappearing? Because I've had things disappearing in my house.
I lost a shoe.
April lost a whole fucking shoe at her house. Out of nowhere. All right. So, Tiffany, did that make sense? Did that make sense? You're going to have a lot of things to get through. Some of it's going to be with yourself after this reconciliation happens, because there is still a lot of muck and there's still a lot of mud that you guys are going to have to walk through together. But just know that you moving forward, you taking care of Tiffany, you working on what you need to go forward is going to allow this reconciliation to happen. So that's why she was pushing so hard for you to take care of you to move forward, because that's what has to happen for this reconciliation to happen. So I hope that helps, Miss Tiffany. I hope that helps. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been losing shit. It's been weird. It's been weird.
Now, witch's purse is missing too.
Of course the witch's purse is missing.
Well,
Did you look in the bag? I could have thrown him in the bag. I'm just saying. I don't think I did, but I mean, we're talking about me here.
It's like a whole set. You have a box taken?
Nope. What the hell? Well, shit, fuck. All right, William Vincent, you ready? So I do have kits on my site for that cheater working. So yes, absolutely. You are so welcome, Tiffany, honey. Apparently you've still been stressing about that.
Woo, okay.
Thank you. Oh, got you. Okay. All right, William, you ready? You ready? So you start off with disorder. And then you have economy and revenue sideways. And this one literally fell out on the floor. And of course, I picked up exactly how it was. Then you have reflection And then on top of that, this one literally fell out on top of it. This is tier. It says conflict and justice. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have a ton of disorder swirling around you right now. And with it, it's affecting your money. That's why your economy, your revenue is sideways. It's literally affecting everything. It's starting to affect your money. And I have a feeling that you probably asked more than once, like, what the hell did I do to deserve all this shit? You already have the answers to that. And it's not so much that you deserve it. It's a situation that you've got yourself into that you can get out of. Guys, every single situation around you, you can control how you react to it, and you can control how long you stay there. But this reflection isn't just looking back and going, oh man, like maybe I should do this or this or this. It's not just that. This is really looking back at how you got to where you are over the last 10, 15 years. It's really, really looking back and drawing all the little red lines for everything to go back and see where, okay, this happened because this happened because this happened because you see what I'm saying? Like literally draw the lines back. In reflecting back on the things that got you here, you're going to find two things. You're going to find that there's another yawn. Sorry. You're going to find that the counsel you had trusted in is not quite the one that you should have trusted in. They've kind of led you just a little astray, and it's not their fault. Like they didn't know they were leading you astray, but they've led you astray. That's going to cause a little bit of a conflict in you, because how do you go forward now? Do you not take this person's advice anymore when you've been doing it for so long? Do you cut them off? Do you cut them out of your life? Or do you let them continue? For you to really have some justice with your own life, you're going to have to make some hard decisions. I will tell you, as I drew that tier card, before I could finish shuffling, another card flung out over here. Apparently, you pay attention, because the card that fell out over here, it came out like this, like kind of whopper jawed, right? But this is the hospitality and abundance card. So it's moving like that. So apparently, sir, you actually listen. And it's not even that you're listening to me, it's that you're listening to yourself. You're listening to yourself. You're really reflecting, you're looking back, and you're listening to you. So let me say now, for the future, that I'm proud of you for reflecting back and looking at everything and seeing things for what they are. I'm proud of you for that. It will change your situation. It will change your money situation, and it will change a lot of things around you, but it does come with, cutting some people out of your life and making some changes, just so you know. Just so you know, William. But like I said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the future you. Because apparently you listen. You're welcome, Miss Annie. I see you over there. All right, Miss Shannon Russell, you ready? So I have been reading professionally for a very, very long time, guys, since 2014. I've been reading longer than that, but professionally since 2014. All right, Miss Shannon. So you have feminine intellect. Then you have foresight, wisdom, and intuition. And then you have two cards that came out together. So the one on the top is judgment and final decision. And underneath that is darkness and fog. Okay. So let me tell you this, love. And I want you to hear this really, really hardcore. Okay. You're fucking awesome. Okay. I'm going to say that again. You're fucking awesome. Your gut is right on. Your gut doesn't lie to you. Your feminine intellect is just, it's almost insanely accurate. I have like one hair that keeps coming across my face. That's why I keep doing that. It's driving me up the wall. It won't leave me alone. Okay. Your feminine intellect is so on point. Like it could cut hairs. It's that sharp. You already see this conflict coming down the road. You already see that you have to make this huge decision. I think that you've kind of been waiting for this other person to make the decision, but you already know you're going to have to do it. You just don't want to pull the trigger. Part of the reason you don't want to pull the trigger, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Part of the reason you don't want to pull the trigger is because you have a lot of darkness under there where you just feel like you're not good enough. And a lot of this is, I think you've had several people plant these seeds of not being good enough. They've planted the seeds of the darkness in there. And you overthink everything. So it's continued and it's gone rampant. And it's been just stuffed back in a dark part of yourself there that you don't really tell anybody about. So it's grown like wildfire and it's just wound all through things. So you're going to have to unwind it. You're going to have to make this decision and be a big girl and stand by it. Pull up your big kid pants and go. And it's going to suck. And it's going to be hard. But that's the only thing that's going to pull this darkness out of there. Just letting you know. You can do it. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And I'm dropping cards before I ever do anything else. You guys are so sweet. I am kind of watching the comments there. Y'all are making me blush. I'm trying not to blush, but y'all are making me blush. All right. Miss Jennifer Forsch, you ready? I'm going to put something on my finger here. You're welcome, Miss Shannon. There you are over there. Well, hopefully I can get this open. There we go. So because I've been reading a lot lately, my fingers have been swelling up. That's what happens when you get old. Thank you, love. I'm glad that you love my energy. All right. Jennifer, you ready? All right. Okay. I almost thought there were two cards there, but they're not. No, sir. I'm not doing that shit. You're on crack. That's too many. I don't think so, Tim. Okay. All right, Jennifer, are you ready? Damn. So you had 3 fall out, and then you had 2 fall out. Okay. So the 3 that fell out like this, the one on the top is the messenger and the diplomat. So you've had signs that have literally been smacking you in the face and in the ass hardcore. I don't know why I had to say that in the ass, but in the ass hardcore. Then you have the guardian card. And then you have artfulness on the very bottom. Over here, These cards crack me up because they're pretty much the same thing in a way. Not really, but kind of. You have clarity and novelty, but then you have mindfulness and impermanence. So these messages have literally been telling you that you're super protected in going forward, love. You're super protected in going forward. Not only are you super protected in going forward, but you have this amazing creative streak in there that you're hiding. I don't know why you're hiding it. I don't know if someone has made you hide it or what, but you're hiding it. These signs have really been shedding some light on some things in your life that have to change. And it's not so much with other people. Some of it's just you. We all get baggage as we go forwards. Everybody has baggage. So if somebody tells you, I don't have any baggage, bullshit. They probably have a fuck ton of baggage because they're not seeing it. They don't see the circus carts behind them carrying their baggage. Everybody has baggage. And as we move forward and we start to get all these signs, especially on a spiritual path, your spirit guides are going to be like, hey. They have no problem pointing out your downfalls. They have no problem pointing out your strong suits either. Yours have been pointing out a lot of shit. A lot of shit. And it's bringing a lot of clarity into your life right now. And I think that you're kind of walking around a little bit of a daze, trying to figure out where everything fits together. You also are starting to, I think, feel the pressure of you're not going to live forever. And a lot of people have been feeling that pressure lately. With feeling that pressure of, oh shit, I'm not going to live together. Live forever. You're going, I'm running out of time. I have to do the things and the shit. I have to get on it. So quit hiding that artfulness, that creativity away from the world, honey, because you're super protected in letting that part of you out. And I think your guides have been showing you that a lot lately. Just saying what I'm saying. Just saying what I'm saying. Let it out. Nothing lasts forever. Don't waste it. Oh, well, congratulations on the big 5-0. 50 is the new 20. I mean, okay, 50 is the new 25. How about that? How about that? I'm just saying. You're 70 and you consider that as a countdown. All right, Miss Carrie Beeman, you ready? By the way, I just got the notification that we're under a severe thunderstorm watch. Good times. Oh, yeah, no, I can feel it too. It smacked me in the forehead. I'm about tired of all the weather shit. I'm just saying. I'm not going to lie. I heard that motorcycle at first and I went, oh, motherfucker, I can't do sirens right now. Like, I don't have the time. No. No. All right, Miss Carrie, you ready? So you start off with messenger and diplomat. Then you have fairness and judgment. And then you have, and I got to cover this up because I don't want somebody to report me for nudity or whatever. You have earth, fertility, and femininity. So I know I keep getting all these notifications. Like, I know we're under a severe thunderstorm watch. I get it. I can read. Fucker. Okay. And then I would bitch if I didn't get it, though. I'm going to bitch either way. I'm getting tired of the weather shit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Miss Carrie. Love. I should have said you can't make this shit up when I pulled that first card for you, huh? You can't make this shit up. All right. Your messages are a little different. They're coming your way. instead of you getting these messages about doing something, you're getting these messages where, I mean, I guess it is doing something. You're getting these messages where you're realizing that you haven't been very fair to yourself. You haven't been very fair to yourself. And when these messages are hitting you, you're having a problem processing them because they make you feel selfish. You do all of these things for everybody else. You're always fairer to everyone else than you are yourself. And it's not because you're not selfish. It's because you've been programmed to be that way. So you put yourself on the back burner and you do things that are so unfair to you that everybody around you expects you to do them now. It doesn't matter how unfair it is to you, how damaging it is to you. They now know you're going to do it. And so they expect you to do it. And so when you don't do it, they get really pissed off. Well, here's the thing, sugar. Let them get pissed off. Because that earth, fertility, and family card right back there tells me that they're going to figure it out no matter what. They're going to get the thing done no matter what. You don't have to do it for them. But I will tell you, the earth card, the earth part there tells me that you've gotten kind of ungrounded as to who you are lately. You've let some things drift off. And there's your yawn. You've let some things drift off that I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it, because it's like when I focus on this card, it's like floating on the ground like this. Off the ground, not on the ground, off the ground. Really, if you reach your toes down, you can touch the ground. But for some reason, you're not. You're holding your feet flat up because it's not fair to other people if you touch the ground. Does that make sense? You've got to touch the ground and pull yourself back down. Because by doing that, you're going to see a lot more areas where you've been being so unfair to yourself. It's not even funny, and it's going to make you mad. You're going to see where people have been taking advantage of you, and you're going to see where they've been passing judgment on you when you don't put them first. So stick your toes out and get back on the ground and just know you're going to see things for what they are. And let me tell you this. You are not selfish for taking care of yourself because no one else is taking care of you but you. You have to be the one to do it. So don't make me throat punch people for you. Because I will. Because I will. Just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. All right, Christian Braxton, you ready? Wow, okay then. All right then. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that was interesting. One thing I love about these cards is when they want to say some shit, they're going to say some shit. Like that. That's too much. Here I was singing your praises, and then you want to act like that. Now they're going to be like, we're not giving you another card, bitch. I gave you 10. You didn't want it. Oh, well, okay. You're so welcome, Miss Carrie, honey. All right. All right, Christian. Okay. So you also start off with forgiveness and mindfulness and intellect. Then you have the master craftsmanship and diligence. And then you have two cards. The one on the top is feminine intellect, if I can pick it up. And underneath that is suspense behind the mask. So one thing I noticed pretty quickly is that you have something very strong and then something's masked. Something very strong and then something's masked. So it's like you have something that comes out very, very strong and then you have to mask it real quick so nobody sees it. I have a feeling that your gifts and your spiritual abilities have been going boop, and then you have to mask it. Boop, and then you have to mask it. Like that. Whoop, I have to mask it. Oh God, I can't let anybody know. Oh my God, I can't let anybody know. Like that kind of masking. Here's the thing. The people around you that are going to understand and support you no matter what. The people that aren't going to support you, they're not going to support you no matter what. You're going to have to forgive them for that. And you're going to have to be very mindful of your steps going forward, because you have this amazing diligence in you to move forward, You also have a very specific path that you're building for your life. You are crafting that very carefully. Like you are an over planner, an overthinker with it. You don't want to take the wrong step spiritually and then have to go back 5 steps. The feminine intellect down here tells me that you've been tapping more and more into your feminine side lately. And as you're doing that, you're finding that there's a lot of pent up worry. It's not so much that you've just repressed it. It's just pent up. You don't know how to deal with it because you don't really know who you can trust to talk to or not. Because you have all these people that they say they support you, but then behind your back, they don't. So one thing about this, Christian, is that you're going to just have to be very mindful about going forward and about taking the right steps forward for you. Because like I said, the people that support you, they're going to support you no matter what. And the people that don't, fuck them. Because they're not going to support you no matter what. So fuck them. Continue tapping into your feminine side. And pay attention to that worry that's there. Pay attention to those worries. Talk about them, deal with them, and let them go. That's all that needs to happen. I know it's easier said than done sometimes to let worries go, but I absolutely have faith in you that you can do it. By acknowledging them, that right there helps tremendously. Whether it's in a journal, whether it's talking to a counselor, whether it's just putting them on a piece of paper and burning it, whatever it is, acknowledging them out in the world will help you deal with them. And that will help you deal with this and be who you want to be, who you're supposed to be without worrying about what the fuck those people think. So, there you go. I find it interesting that a lot of these same cards that are popping out for each of you are popping out in such a way that these are almost karmic reads in a way. All right, Miss Christina Scott. You journal a lot. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Acknowledge some of those things and you'll find that I saw you jump. Things get easier to deal with. There we go. Okay. All right. Ready, Miss Christina? So you have reflection. Then you have unresolved emotions. Then you have the future. And then you have the rule of 3, which is an informed decision. Well. You okay, baby? Yeah, in that cheetah print bag. But really what I would put some more peppermint oil, use some more peppermint oil, because you can only take like 3 of those a day. You're supposed to take them every 6 hours. But if you need one, take one, okay? Sorry. All right, Miss Christina. Just sit and smell it for a minute. Put it on something. It'll help. All right. Girl, you've got to go back through and unpack this boulder that's sitting on your chest. It's sitting on your chest so hardcore that you can't really look back and even see the unresolved emotions behind it. So you've got to start chipping away at it. The way you chip away at this boulder is to look back, do some shadow work, just a little bit, just little bits. Not like hardcore, let's delve down the road of shadow work. Just little bits, as in, why the hell am I sitting here upset? Why the hell am I angry at this? Like, start with those little bitty things like that. Why did I continue with this person in my life when I know that they're not on my side? Why am I scared to start this business? Why? Do you see what I'm saying? Just little bitty things like that. They seem like simple questions. What they're going to do is cause big cracks in that boulder, and eventually that boulder is going to split and fall off your chest. When that happens, you're going to see that there's so many unresolved. You know how when you pick up a stone and there's all the worms underneath it? That's exactly how this is going to be. It's going to fall off, and you're going to have all these unresolved emotions, all these worms there. Well, it's not that he has a hangover. So he has a hangover. When you see all of those unresolved emotions, it's going to change your outlook for the future. It's going to change your outlook for the future. Instead of being worried about the future, and instead of that oppressive feel that the future brings sometimes, it's going to make you really excited, because you're going to easily be able to make informed decisions because you've dealt with these emotions finally. I have a feeling that a lot of these emotions have been festering for a while, and you have no idea they've been festering in there. There's some big nightcrawler worms. They're not just little bitty worms. They're big night crawlers. Like, they've been festering for a while. They've been growing in there for a while. So start just reflecting and looking at some little things like that. And here's the thing. When you uncover those unresolved emotions in there, they're not going to scurry away into the dirt. Like, they're going to be there. They're going to be there. But it's going to help you in going forward, especially in making a good decision, making informed decisions going forward. And I think up to this point, you've been hesitant to make these decisions because you didn't really understand. You understand the consequences, but you didn't understand what's pushing you to make the decision. There's also a lot of bird symbolatry here, as in taking flight and doing something new. So there you go. There you go. All right, Carrie River. Let me refresh this while I'm reading Carrie. Make sure that I got everybody on here. I'm kind of curious, Miss Christina, about what that's about as far as you making decisions, especially business-wise or whatever. Starting something new, etc. Hi, Carrie. Oh, I hate this. It gives me the stupid little ad all the time, and I'm like, stop it. The most awesome thunderstorm, huh? See, I'm hoping that it waits till I get done reading to storm, because I sleep to rain sounds. And so when my brain hears it now, my brain's like, oh, sleep, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. I programmed myself that rain equals sleep. Gotcha. Okay. Well, congratulations on going back to school. Okay, come on now. I just need one card. Like, Carrie doesn't need a whole onion of shit on each card. Seriously. That's better. Thank you. Again, don't need the whole shit, all the shit and stuff. Okay. All right, Carrie. You start off with master craftsmanship and diligence. Then you have messenger of the gods. It has been bad in Oklahoma today. Then you have aging, maturing, and healing. And here's why I start giggling. Then at the end, you have sluggishness and procrastination. So. Oh, girl. Okay. First of all, this first card here talks about you have a really serious talent. You have a really, really serious talent. But I don't know why you guys don't give yourself enough credit with it. You've been very diligent and working on it for so long that it's almost like you just push it to the back. It's just part of you. You push it to the back. It's something you've honed throughout the years. I don't even think you realize that you've been doing it. But here lately, you've been getting all of these signs and these messages and these pushes and shoves and points about it. It's to the point where it's like in your face. Yes, really. It's in your face. But the thing is, you've been taking these signs as different spiritual aspects of healing, of maturing, of getting older. You're not paying attention that they're from this talent back here. So you feel like your path has slowed down and gotten super, super sluggish. Whereas it used to go like fast, fast, fast. You were on this and on this and on this. And then suddenly it's like, what the fuck? Like everything's just dragging along. Like I'm having to scrape and claw to get forward even an inch. So you go back in, you do more healing and more introspection and more looking, and you're like, oh, this is great. And you feel like you're rocketing forward again. And then literally you're clawing. It's like you're clawing backwards. It's because you've been ignoring this talent this whole time. You've been ignoring the talent the whole time, love. This talent is something that you've had since you were a kid. I don't know if it's that you're super empathic. I don't know if it's that you can read people. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with something spiritually that's in there, inside of you. And I think that just thinking about it, just opening your mind and looking at it, I have a feeling you're going to get hit in the forehead like. So if you aren't sure what it is, I would start off by looking up what the clairs are. You know, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairalience, things like that. I would start off by looking up what they are. Read about what they are. I would bet one of them, everybody has them. Guys, everybody has the clairs. I know some people on TikTok are like, oh, well, you know, you can only have one. Bullshit. Everybody has them. They're built into your fucking meat sack brain. It's just a matter of using them and honing them, unlocking them, etc. Everyone has them. Everyone has them. So don't let people on TikTok tell you that you don't have gifts. So just saying. You got one from the Home Depot? Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. It's there. You just need to start using those gifts even more. Even more. Even more. It's you're going down this path a different way. And it's making you sluggish because you're just like, you're fighting against yourself, basically. So I did see where you said that that you fit like 3 of them. And that's fantastic. So if you guys are wanting to build your clairs, there are all kinds of meditations on YouTube that you can do totally for free that will help you utilize your clairs, that will help you in going forward make them stronger. So they're guided meditations. They'll usually walk you through doing some visualizations, and some other things that help pull them to the forefront. They're fantastic. I am not going to lie. They're fantastic. So I have Sabrina Booth next, but I need to take a little bit of a potty break. So I have Sabrina Booth, then Chris Fasshauer, Carrie Fernandez, Jill Clements, Morgan Henning, Jeff Harris, Yoli, Carrie Betts, Madeline, and Beatrice. Oh, God, that's such a cute name, Beatrice. I love it. Okay, well, let me go take a potty break real quick, and I'll be right back for Miss Sabrina Booth. And you're so welcome, Carrie. I'll be right back. You doing okay? How's your sugar? It's what? Oh, I thought you said 2016. I was like, what? What? Ashley about gave me a heart attack, y'all. Actually, my own fucking brain about gave me a heart attack, but it is what it is. All right. Miss Sabrina, you ready? These are a lot of karmic shit going on here. I just looked at Sabrina's first card. You've just been released from something, haven't you, girl? Yes, you have. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. All right, fine. I keep trying to make it draw another card, and it's like, bitch, you have what you need. All right. Miss Sabrina, Miss Badass Brina, you start off with judgment and final decision. Then you have the known unknown. And then you have healing and medicine. Thank you. I appreciate the flowers. You just totally got released from some shit. You got released from some shit. I I think that some of it was something that you chose to be released from, but that made a massive amount of karmic release. Like you literally released yourself. You literally released yourself from something humongous. Thank you, love. And hi, Ozzy. I saw you sneak in there. And now you kind of, it's almost like in being released. So, you know, in the movies when they shoot something out the space hatch and it's like, poof, and then it's like, and it just floats like that. Like that's kind of where you're at right now. You rocketed out of that situation and now you're just kind of like floating a little bit. And it feels really familiar to you, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know if I like this or not. You're in a spot where you've been in this spot before. It's just been a little slightly altered. Whereas before you could kind of see what could be coming down the pike. Like everything in front of you was so wide open that you could see all the possibilities. Now, however, you kind of have no idea what's coming down the pike. And it's exciting and makes you really apprehensive at the same time. Yeah. In being released from this situation, there's a lot of healing that still has to happen. The healing and medicine card there not only talks about healing, but it talks about you being able to do the right things to heal. And I think that's something that you haven't been able to do in a very long time. I think that you've been focused on everybody else's healing and you just kind of were like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Everything was not fine. So now it's time to focus on Sabrina. Now it's time to focus on the things that you need to heal and going forward. You do have a wide open path in front of you. Where you go from here is up to you at this point because you made that final decision and you made that call and you released yourself from the situation. So good for you, honey. I'm proud of you. And know that you're going to find the exact right things to do to heal all of that stuff. And enjoy that void that you're in. Enjoy the void, guys. The void is sometimes the funnest part of the whole journey. The whole journey. Well, hi, Miss Chrissy Dawn. I'm so sorry that you don't believe in something that is not witchcraft because it's not. I don't understand. But okay. Hope you find what you're looking for, sugar. All right. That makes sense, Miss Sabrina? Thank you, Yasmin. Miss Chris Fasthower. I see everything. I see everything. Good. I'm glad, Miss Sabrina. Enjoy the float. Enjoy the fall. Enjoy the void. So it is a whopping $35 a month. Well, okay then. Interesting. See? Y'all see that? You can start at any time. All right. Miss Chris, you ready? Ready. So my mentorship program is $35 a month. I also have another plan called the Blue Plan, which is $75 a month. And that not only gets you the mentorship program, but every other class on my site. The only one it doesn't cover is shaman classes. It'll be starting soon. But anytime I add in a new class or other program or anything like that, you have access to it. So yeah. Because Sass told me I needed a plan that had all the things. And so there you go. All right. Chris, you start off with creativity, novelty, and the artistic struggle. Then you have economy and revenue. And then you have this card. This flew out and then spun around. So I'm reading it the way it stopped. This is peace and counsel, and it's upside down. Then you have forgiveness, mindfulness, and kindness. So you are full on in a struggle with yourself right now and going forward. With this, what's funny is this struggle is actually making you money. The struggle is actually making you money. It's making you and costing you at the same time. Let me say it that way. It's making you money in that you're like, oh no, damn it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward. Like you're hard-headed and you're going to push forward, period. But at the same time, you have this crazy struggle going on behind the mask there on your noggin, and it's costing you too. What it's costing you isn't so much money. Thank you, love. What it's costing you is your inner peace in a way. I love you with the flowers. Thank you. So it's costing you with something way back in there that you've hidden away for so long. And it's starting to come to the surface because it's festering in there. Sweet Pea, you need to forgive yourself. You put that way in there. You put that way back in there so long ago that I don't even think you remember the reasons why you did it. I looked up just in time to see that I had a hat on. Thank you, love. You put that back there so long ago that you don't even remember why you put it back there. You don't even remember why you put it back there. You're also just too mean to yourself, girl. Stop being so. You're forward because you're too hard-headed to not move forward. See, every time someone says, I want cake. I want cake. Okay. I digress. Because my diabetic ass don't need cake. Unless you have, diabetic cake. Then I need cake. Fuck. Somebody make me sugarless cake. This is great. Okay, I digress. Chris is like, back on track, Bodhi. Back on track. No cake. Chris, honey, you're always going to move forward. You're always going to move forward. You just are. You're too strong and too stubborn to fail. But you've been too hard on you, and that's costing you a lot. So you need to take some time. You need to take some time and breathe. You need to take some time and breathe. So yeah, you need to take some time and breathe. And cry. And enjoy the tears. And let things go. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Thank you for all the roses, guys. I have a feeling that this right here is going to help you on your spiritual path, period. Because you can't move forward until you let these things that are festering out into the sunshine to die. So yeah. It'll also make you more mindful of decisions you make in the future by getting rid of those things. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps, sugar. And how are you? All right. Have Carrie Hernandez. Carrie, Jill, Morgan, Jeff, Yoli, Carrie. Carrie Betts. This is Carrie Hernandez. And then Madeline and Beatrice. You're welcome, sweet pea. You can always progress your career, love. You just have to want to. And if the place you're in doesn't allow you to progress, guess what? There are other places that would love to have you. You know what? Why are you taking so long to draw? Thank you. There we go. And there we go. Okay. All right, Miss Carrie, you ready? So you start off with the crafty mead of poetry. Then you have a bravery and lifting the nightmare. I love this card. It's like totally some 80s She-Ra stuff. Love it. Then you have the spirit of fire. And then you have the known unknown. So okay. You found your voice. You have found your voice. And I love it. I love it. Because in finding your voice, you're lifting back a lot of the things that you feel like you've been stuck in for too long. And not only are you lifting those things, but you're going about it in a really brave way. Like in finding your voice, you're like, guess what? I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And if you don't like it, well, fuck you. I don't. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And if it comes out wrong, fuck you. I don't care. Like you're just to that point. You're to the fuck you. I don't care point. And in removing all of that nightmarish shit that's been there for so long, you have an amazing, immense fire under your butt. Like right now, you have this crazy ass energy that I don't think you could stop if you wanted to. You feel so powerful right now and so switched on energetically and spiritually and all of the things. So switched on. You could not stop if you wanted to. That known unknown card there at the end tells me that whatever it is that you're stepping out of, it's putting you in a place where you're kind of like walking through a forest path that you used to walk as a kid 30 years later. So you know the path, but it looks so different. So you're appreciating everything on it. Thank you for the sunglasses, Liv. So you're appreciating everything on it. And all of this makes me deliriously happy for you. I'm not going to lie. It makes me super happy for you. Super happy. So here's what I'd recommend. Enjoy that path. Walk slow. Smell every fucking flower. Look at all the trees. Hear all the birds and all the bugs. And do you see what I'm saying? Appreciate everything. That goes for all of you. Appreciate everything around you right now because everything is weird. We're living in a movie. We're living in a movie. Think about it. Every movie starts off with a point where there are all these main characters spread all over the world, and some of them are in shit positions and some of them are in good positions. And especially if it's a sci-fi time movie, little bitty things start happening until it fucks everything up. So enjoy it. Live in the magic. Do the things. The world's about to break anyway. It's already broken, but it's about to really break. So enjoy all the things. Enjoy all the things. Miss Carrie, Congratulations. Enjoy the path. Enjoy the path. Okay. All right. Miss Jill Clements, you ready? If you guys are wanting to book a private appointment, if you will shoot a message to the website, SAS is taking care of all of those. I think at this point, I may be booking out into July. My schedule in August is really, really hectic, so I'm not booking in August at all, unless you see me in person at an event. But I'm just traveling so much in August. Like, I'm not even coming home for about 3 weeks straight. Like, it's going to suck and be great at the same time. All right, Miss Jill, you have darkness and fog. Then you have the suspense behind the mask. And a yawn. Woo! Then you have forgiveness, mindfulness, and kindness. He keeps popping up a lot tonight. And so does this one, reflection. So, love. Well, you're in a period right now of just this immense suspense. On one side, there's this dark side of you that just kind of sits and waits there. It's like your inner Maleficent, just giggling behind the scenes with some stuff. Every now and then, it comes out and it does some shit and some fuckery, and then it goes right back in. And it sits back there and it giggles somewhere. On the other side, you have this part of you that has really been going through and looking at things hardcore around you and letting go of a lot of shit. You've been forgiving people. You've been cutting people out of your life. You've been not going down the same paths that you've been on. So there's literally a good side and a bad side. So here's the thing, because those two have got to get integrated together. They can't continue to stay two separate people. They can't continue to stay on two separate sides of the mask. They have to be the same thing. You've got to reflect a little bit on that darkness down there. You've got to reflect a little bit on why it's there, why it's pent up, why it only comes out to play every now and then, and why it's so giddy back there to come out and play. You also have to reflect on why you've been cutting off some of the people you have, why you've been changing your habits, changing the things you do. Like, you need to reflect on everything right now. Every little tiny thing you need to reflect on. It's going to lead you to a really intense epiphany about yourself, your path, and where you're going. It's also going to lead you to some very unique ways of looking at where you've been. But this epiphany going forward is what you really need. So you've really, really got to stop and reflect on, I would start with that dark side there, and then look at why you're changing things with the people around you that you're doing it. Does that make sense? That you're changing words and things and stuff? Because it's going to get, these two are going to do this. They're going to get even further apart. So you're going to have to start reflecting on them so you can bring them back together. So I'm glad that you understand that. I'm glad that you're saying yes, 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 that you understand that. So this is technically shadow work, but not hardcore shadow work, because reflecting on some of these things is just that. It's reflecting. It's just like top level shadow work, you know, like the skimming the water. It's not diving way down in there deep. It's just skimming the water. And that's all you need to do right now is skim the water and figure out why these things are like this. So, and here's the thing. I saw that you mentioned something about, you know, your spiritual side, your Christian side. Love. So I recommend this book all the time, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't recommended it yet on this live, but there is a book called Backwoods Witchcraft by Jake Richards. It's a fantastical book. anybody that I come across that is having problems integrating their newfound spirituality with their Christian side, I recommend this book to them, because I guarantee you, if you grew up in the US, you grew up doing a lot of the things in this book, and it will show you where American folk magic has been a thing, not only for a very long time, but it integrates a lot of the Bible in with the practice itself. And the practice itself with American folk magic is a lot of Native American, a lot of Celtic, and a lot of interesting pieces of hoodoo and root work. It's kind of everything. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's on Audible. It's a great book. It's a great book. There's a lot of healing stuff in there too. I guarantee you that you've done a lot of those things in that book. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. It's a great book, guys. All right, Miss Morgan Henning. Ready? So what book I'm talking about is Backwoods Witchcraft by Jake Richards. I did have it up here somewhere, and now I don't know where I put it. But what I do see is that I've had this sitting here all day, and it needs to go over here. Ka-cha! Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, love. All right. So I have Morgan, Jeff Harris, Yoli, Carrie Betts, Madeline, and Beatrice. It attacked you, I saw it.
Straight up.
Woo, that card literally just did a hop, skip, and a jump off my arm. That was funny. And now I'm having a hot flash. This is stupid. Hot flashes are stupid. I literally have the air conditioner blowing on my head. It's dumb. You boys that are watching, be thankful that you're a dude.
Right.
Because fuck this shit. Fuck it. All right. Here we go. There was my little rant for a minute. Okay. Ugh. Miss Morgan. You younger women, you just laugh at that for right now. When you get older to my age, you're going to be like, fuck, I remember when Bodhi was freaking out. Yeah. Yeah. See, all the other women here are like, that are experiencing that are like, yeah, fuck that shit right in his nose. Okay. All right. So Morgan, you start off with judgment and final decision. Dum, dum, dum. Sorry, I had to make the noise. And then you have healing and medicine. Then you have ambition and drive. And then I got to cover her part of her because you have earth, fertility, and femininity. So, what's up with y'all making all these decisions? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's because Saturn's in retrograde. Welcome the karma train. All right. This judgment and final decision is not because you have something that you have to decide on. It's because you already had the decision made. And I think the decision was made for you. So in the decisions being made, you're finding a lot of strength going forward. I was going to yawn. There it is. You're finding a lot of strength in going forward, but in that strength, you're healing a lot. So I have a feeling that this decision, it wasn't something very easy, and it wasn't something that I think it took a long time to come to this decision because it was so painful to make. But with that healing, it's almost like this knocked you way down here and you're doing this. You're healing and getting stronger at the same time. And you just feel it doing that. It's also pushing your ambition and drive through the roof. There is no roof. It's just way up there. The better your health gets, the better that ambition gets. And you literally are starting to feel like you can do anything at all. You can do anything in going forward. That's where that fertility comes in. You're about to enter a period of your life that is full of abundance, full of everything that you've missed out on, full of family, full of being grounded in who you are, full of financial well-being. It's just an amazing period for you. So here's the part that you're going to have to be careful with, because you're going to hit this prosperous area of your life, and you're going to look back and you're going to be resentful at yourself for not making that decision sooner, or for not forcing that decision sooner. It had to happen the way that it happened for you to appreciate where you're going. Does that make sense? It had to happen that way. Because if it had happened a different way, you wouldn't be on the trajectory you're on now. You wouldn't go where you're going, and you wouldn't have the amazing abundance that you're going to get. There we go. I'm glad you understand. I'm like, words are now not working for me. They're not working for me. Okay. So I'm glad you understand that. Don't beat yourself up. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. And congratulations. Good night, Miss Alicia. Good night. Tell Tony good night. So yeah. And all the other ones too. I'm glad that you understand that, Morgan. And I'm proud of you, sweetheart. I'm proud of you. Because I know when you make the decision and you hit that rock bottom down there, it feels like you're never going to get out of it. It feels like you're never going to get out of it. I totally understand. Totally understand. All right. Jeff Harris, you ready? That was weird. So I have like a list and I click on it so I know that I've read the person, and I clicked on Morgan, and then I went to click on Jeff and it unclicked Morgan. And I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. So some things that you guys can do to increase your luck. Here's a few little bitty things. You can put a piece of malachite or pyrite in your wallet or your purse, wherever your money sits. You can, tiger's eye helps too. Peppermint helps to bring money in. It's funny you mentioned that, because I do have a video on my profile about a money draw jar. So, woo, I'm not doing that. That's like 90 cards, man. Okay, 9. It's like 9. Okay. Oh, I see why. That's why it's not giving me any cards. They're giving me all the cards. You start off, like I said, this guy has shown up a lot tonight. You can't make this shit up. So you start off with forgetfulness, mindfulness, kindness. Like I said. That's funny. Sass said, I forgot my computer was touchscreen for a second. So earlier, April and I were looking at something, and I forgot to tell her that mine is touchscreen. And she was like, oh, shit. Then, Jeb, you have the doorkeeper. Navigation, movement. And then at the end, you have decision and performance. So let me say this. Let me get a drink and then let me say this. I appreciate the kindness that you've been putting out into the world lately. I really do. There is this huge rift in people right now where you've got some people putting out as much kindness into the world as you can. And you've got other people that are just on a hateful bender. So I appreciate the kindness that you've been putting out into the world. Please don't stop. I also appreciate the forgiveness that you've been handing out right and left to people. I appreciate that you've been realizing that sometimes someone is just having a bad day. It's not that they're an asshole. It's not that, they really mean that. or they're doing that on purpose. It's just they're having a bad day. They have something else going on. So I appreciate that you're being very mindful of the people around you. Because you're doing that, because you're putting out all this kindness into the world. So if you just ordered a Bodhi box, if you order them by the 25th of the month, then they go out on the 5th of the following month, because I've got to have time to get all the shit for everybody. So as long as they're ordered by the 25th, you guys will get them on the 5th of the next month. Because of all this kindness, because of the things that you're putting out into the world, it's opening tons. It's okay, Tiffany. But here's the cool thing. Like, if you guys haven't ordered a box and you're thinking about it, we are going on a couple of digs here in a couple weeks in places that you can only find this stone in one place in the world. You will get raw pieces of it. I'm just saying what I'm saying. So there's that. All right. In putting out all this stuff into the world, Jeff, it's opening a lot of doors for you. It's opening a lot of doors for you. Some of them are physical, like people, like actually opening doors, actually having opportunities fall in your lap. And some of it's karmic. It's making a bigger impact on the world around you than you realize. Bye, Ozzy. It was good to see you, love. It's making a bigger impact than you realize. So don't stop. Because I think there's been some times lately when you've been like, fuck this. Why am I being nice when everybody just treats me like shit? It's making bigger ripples than you even realize, Jeff. And I fully appreciate those ripples. Other people may not. I fully appreciate those ripples. Because the world needs more of those ripples right now. So please, please, please don't stop being mindful, and don't stop being kind, and don't stop forgiving people. Okay. ASMR in the background. ASMR in the background. Yeah, that's April making bath soaks. Yeah, you're making bath soaks or incense?
I'm doing teas right now.
Oh, teas. Excuse me. That's April making teas.
Are they hearing snap, crackle, pop?
Mm-hmm. Somebody said ASMR in the background. They're hearing the bags. All day, every day. Okay, not all day, but a lot. You're welcome, Jeff, honey. All right, Yoli. Ready? Oh, thank you for the galaxy, Jeff. I wish it stayed on there longer. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's like all my favorite colors. Hi, Yoli. How are you, love? Woo, okay. Impatient much? Okay. So I have Yoli, Carrie, Betts, Madeline, and Beatrice. Okay, then. All right. Okay. So, Yoli love, you have diligence and resourcefulness. Then you have a reconciliation of opposites. And then you have spring and new beginnings. And it fell out like way over there and landed sideways. So that's why I've got it sideways. Your hard-headedness and your stubbornness has really gotten you, it's actually gotten you pretty damn far right now. There's been a lot of times here recently when you've kind of fought with yourself about giving up on either some goals or some people or whatever, and you just couldn't. You just couldn't. But your hard-headedness and that diligence and the way that you can just pull things out of your ass and make things happen has gotten you to the point where right now we're at this reconciliation of opposites. You have two different parts of yourself that are coming back together. You're trying to figure out, or not trying to figure out, you are figuring out the best way for them to mesh. And a lot of that is because you didn't give up on so many things and so many people and so many situations. And I am sure that you had a lot of people tell you, I don't understand why you still have this person in your life. I don't understand why you're still doing this. Why are you still here? Why are you, like, people just constantly, I don't understand what you're doing. Why are you doing this? Trying to get you to stop, trying to get you to move on, etc. It's because your soul needed that. Your soul needed to keep those things going. That's why you were super hard-headed and were like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. So now you're able to start meshing together the two parts of you that have been split for so long. Some of this is shadow work, that in keeping this person in your life, keeping this situation, keeping this job, whatever it's been, you've really gone back after people have been on your ass about it and thought, why am I keeping this? Why am I keeping that person? Why am I still doing this? And you kind of had a serious talk with yourself a few times about it. Like, what are you doing? And I know that there have been some things that you've given up on, but they're like very few compared to the mass. That's what it was that's really enabled you to start integrating yourself back together, which makes me want to give you a huge hug, because it tells me that you've had something that really just ripped you in two a long time ago. So that spring and new beginnings card being sideways, that's on its way. That's why it's sideways. You still have some parts of you that have to be reconciled together, that have to mesh completely. But I want to let you know that these new beginnings are going to be your choice. Once you get all of this reconciled and once you feel like you're you again, all of this here, anything new, is your choice. It's your choice if you keep this person around, if you start something with someone new. It's your choice if you keep that job or you start something new. Do you see what I'm saying? Not that it's not been your choice all along, but something inside you is like, no, I have to do this. I have to keep this person. I have to keep this job. I have to stay in this house. It's literally laying everything on a silver platter for you to pick from. Because there are going to be some things that just kind of fall to the wayside without you even lifting a finger, making a decision. Because the universe knows, okay, you have done what you were supposed to do. You listened. And now I will just remove those things without causing a big problem. So there are some things that are just going to remove on their own. The rest of it's literally going to be all up to you. It's going to be all your decision. So congratulations, because you walked through the hardest part and you're kind of on the downslide now of meshing everything back together. So yeah, that makes me happy. I'm glad you were like, yay, because that's kind of what I said too. Fucking yay. It also tells me that you've had a hard go of it lately, love. And so I'm glad that the universe is taking note and giving you free reign and going forward. So congratulations, Yoli, my friend. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Hi guys on YouTube. How are you? So now I have Carrie Betts. Where are you at, love? Let me mark the right little thingy. So I have 3 more to go, and then I am going to get off of here and get some shit and some stuff done and actually eat dinner. Whoa, okay, all right. Okay. All right, Carrie. So you have the Spirit of Fire. And then you have Beauty and Vanity. Then you have Decision, Performance, and Impact. Ooh. So for those of you guys that were asking about getting a reading this evening, my list has been closed for a little bit, but I will tell you that every Thursday and then usually every Friday and every Sunday, I do readings on here. I do read for the signs on Tuesday, and those are absolutely free. So please come join me. But I will have my live schedule and my events for this week up on my site tomorrow. My live schedule will be here on YouTube, on TikTok. So you guys can register for that. My list fills up really quickly. So if you're not lucky enough to grab one of the first 5 tickets, which are available on my site when I put them up, then you just have to get here really quickly and so yeah. All right, Miss Carrie, girl, you have a humongous decision to make coming up. There's literally a Y in the road. It's almost a T. It's such a Y. It's almost a T where you have to pick left or right. There's no plowing through the middle. You have to pick left or right. And I have a decision. I have a feeling that this is a decision that you've put off for a little while. This one hair, I'm going to yank it. I swear, if I can catch it, I'm yanking it. Like, y'all going to watch me pull my hair out. Literally. Get it? Okay. I don't know why I said get it, but it's going to happen. Okay. Anyway, I digress. You're going to have to make this decision. I feel like you've had to put this decision off a few times, or you've managed to put it off a few times because you just knew it was not time. I think you've gotten close a couple of times. But you haven't pulled the trigger. Now it's time you're going to have to make that decision. Like, it's barreling down on you, and I think you kind of already feel it. Take into account the beauty of the situation on both paths before you make the decision. Look at the actual beauty and don't look at it in a way that allows you to see if it's something you're doing for the good of it, or if it's something you're doing because that's what you want to do. Does that make sense? Take yourself out of the situation. How will it affect people around you? How will it affect your house, your job, your whatever? How will it affect everything around you if you go left or right? Because this decision will have a massive impact on everyone around you. It also will affect how you move forward in the universe. And it will affect how the universe handles you moving on down the path. Does that make sense? Because you can't go back and undo it. Once you make the decision, that path closes behind you. Like, you can't change your mind. So be very mindful with it. And like I said, make sure that you're doing it for the good of everything, for your highest good, not just because it's comfortable to stay, or it's, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Do you smell what I'm smoking? Make sure that you're making the decision for your highest good, for the highest good of the people around you. So yeah. Does that help out? Does that help out with the decision? And I'm sorry you have to make such a hard decision. I understand. So you are so welcome. And know that if you just need a place to come and unwind, anytime you see me on, we're right here. Oh, did you see it? I found it. Did you see it? I saw it right in front of my face. I'm like, oh, bitch, I got you. So as I get older, so I am a redhead. You can kind of see down under there. But as I get older, my hair's turning white. And so that time it literally came down in front of my eye and I saw the white. I'm like, oh, I got you. Okay. All right, Miss Madeline Ainley. Let me refresh my list and make sure that it didn't sneak somebody in there behind. Because this bitch does that a lot. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I love you too. All right. Madeline and then Beatrice. Hi, Madeline. How are you, sugar? That sounded like a dog yelping. Your
That was
shoe.
my
I know. It sounded like a dog. I was like, damn. That was kind of funny.
Oh,
That was kind of funny. All righty. What time do you have to be up in the morning?
stupid fucking early.
Girl. We're all up working late over here for y'all. See? All of us. April's packing boxes, getting shit around, getting shit made. All right. And she has to go to work at another job in the morning.
Oh no, tomorrow I got doctor's appointment.
Oh, doctor's appointment. Excuse me. Doctor's appointment. Okay. Well, that's kind of different. But yeah. All right, here comes Madeline. Then you have Loki, which is trickster energy. Then you have fairness and judgment. And then you have hell upside down. This is the ruler of fears. And Filey said, you don't need to be awake for the doctor. She said, yeah, I do. All right. See, now I'm cold again. This is stupid.
You want me to fix it?
Huh? No, because I'll be hot again in 5 seconds. All right. Miss Madeline, you have somebody that is trying to come back into your life and reconcile a situation that just doesn't, they don't need to be there. Just don't need to be there. Let me just say it that way. They're trying to come back in and reconcile with you. But they're already kind of pulling some of the same trickster shit that they had before. They're already doing it. You're trying to be fair, and you're trying to give them a second chance, and you're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, and you're trying to be the bigger person. But there is no bigger person here. This is going to sound really, really cold when I say this, guys, but I learned when I started the divorce process a few years ago, I don't give people second chances anymore. I've been married twice, and it took me 4 times to leave both times. 4. And I always would give other people second chances. I would give employers that treated me like shit second chances. I would give friends that were not friends. They were horrible fucking people. Second, third, fourth, fifth chances because I thought everybody needed to like me. Now I don't give second chances. What you show me is what you are. If you say the words, I'm out. If you make me feel like an option, I'll remove myself from the equation. I don't give second chances. And it sucks. It sucks to set that boundary, especially when you're used to wanting everybody to like you. I no longer care. I really don't. There's a level of freedom that comes with that. It does suck. Don't get me wrong. It does suck. But there's a level of freedom that comes with that there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Guys, what somebody shows you is what they are. Don't give second chances. The people that are meant to be in your life and the people that want to be in your life and the people that want to be around you, they will stay. Period. And they won't make you choose between them and somebody else. They won't treat you like shit. So, stop giving second chances, Madeline. No second chance for this person. Because all they're going to do is do the same exact shit. And I have a feeling they're already starting to do it. They're going to do the same exact shit. That hell card upside down it tells me that by telling this person, hey, look, this is not going to work out. And you don't have to get any more detailed than that. This is not going to work out. I'm not the girl for you. I'm not the one. Today is not the day, and I am not the one. I hope you find what you're looking for. And leave it at that. My favorite thing to say to somebody is to give them the I'm not the girl for you speech, if it's dating or whatever. I'm not the girl for you. I wish you well in what you're looking for. I hope you find everything you're looking for. And leave it at that. And I have some people that are like, hey, I appreciate being honest. And I have other people want to argue about it. I don't argue. Like, if they want to argue, I know how to block people. Like, it's pretty easy. So by holding up this part right here, and by putting that boundary in place, it helps you get over this fear. It helps you get over this fear of having to have everybody like you. So, Miss Madeline, honey, you're a fantastic soul. You're a fantastic soul. You're a fantastic soul. Don't let people walk all over you. And don't let this person walk all over you either. Because they're totally taking advantage of you and the situation. And I will spiritually throat punch a bitch. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Just saying what I'm saying. So, I love you, Miss Madeline. You can do this, I promise. No second chances. All right. No more playing small. Yep. That's one thing that I will tell people all the time. Stop playing small. Let the people that want to have the drama in their little tiny pond, and you move on to the lake and then the ocean. And yeah. Let them have the pond. Who gives a fuck? Just saying what I'm saying. The world is massive. All right, Beatrice. Ready? I'm full of it tonight. Woo! And then I'm going to drop cards. Oh, damn. Okay, Beatrice. You're like flinging the cards at me. Ready? Ah! My leg is going to sleep. I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't do it. So here's the thing, guys. You have to give my mods a little bit of leeway because I've had some stalkery McStalkersons and they're very protective of me. So yeah. See, knew I'd get hot again in a second. All right. Miss Beatrice, you ready? All right. So you have temperance. And then you have aging, maturity, and healing. And then you have nightmare. And then you have bravery and lifting the nightmare. Can't make this shit up. All right. So here's the thing, Miss Beatrice. Oh, goodness sakes, sugar. So right now you're in a state of healing a lot of old wounds. You're in a state of leveling up. You're in a state of, when you get to that point in life where you have all these things you're doing, you're healing and so on, and you feel like you've rocketed past everybody else. And you're like, man, I feel old as fuck right now. And not in a good way. Like you just feel like everybody else your age is way back here and you're way up here. Like you can't relate because you leveled up so far that you just can't relate. It's kind of where you're at. Here's the thing. I know it sucks, but it's actually a really good place to be. It's actually a really good place to be. And doing a lot of this healing and doing a lot of this maturing, you are going through a bit of a pain in the ass. You are going through a nightmare phase. You're going through a phase of losing a lot of things and a lot of people in your path. And it sucks. And here's what really sucks about it. It just has to happen how it's happening right now. In going through this dark period and going through this dark phase like this and walking through this nightmare, it's going to show you the other things in your life, the other things in your path that need to get removed, that need to be let go of. Not only that was weird. Not only that, but sometimes we have to lose everything to appreciate the things we had and the things that we want. Does that make sense? Maybe not the things that we had, the things that we have. Sometimes in walking through the void, you let go of so much stuff that it puts you on a foundation for you to be even stronger, for you to grow even taller, for you to walk prouder than you ever have, because you had to let go of all of that shit that was tearing you down. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. Trust me. I know firsthand that it sucks. In fact, I would bet most people here know firsthand that it sucks. You will come out on the other side so much stronger and so much. I'm trying to think of the right word. You'll come out on the other side titanium, whereas before you were balsa wood. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You're going to come out the victor on the other side, the warrior, the one that's made it through everything, the one that slayed the dragon. So just walk through it right now. Keep your head held high. Cry when you need to. And I promise that you will come out on the other side absolutely fantastical, and looking back at where you've been and going, I see exactly why I had to go through that. I see exactly why I had to lose all of the things to put me where I'm at. So Miss Chrissy, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, it's up on the on the spice rack on the bottom shelf. Gotta have the gold mica powder. So, with that, loves, let me pull you guys a little closer. I'm going to go ahead and stop on YouTube here. So, thank you guys for watching on YouTube there. If you guys don't follow me on YouTube,